All right, if you're looking to get involved with Arbor Day events coming up this year, we got a whole slew of them to tell you about. And I have those dates for you right now because she has them really. But we're going to talk about the chances that you have to join in on it. So walk us through the 3 events coming up. So we start with this Friday.
Yes.
We're starting out at McGaw Park.
We are, yes. So in McGaw Park in 2018, we planted a nursery. And the idea was we planted these little, they were 1-year-old trees, little tiny saplings. We planted all these saplings. The idea was in 2 years, we're going to come back and move those trees, you know, throughout the park. Well, of course, 2 years after 2018 was 2020. And the event that we had it scheduled, we were all set to do it. And of course, pandemic shows up in March. We were not able, that year we weren't able to do it. The next year we weren't able to do it. And then by the time 2022 rolled around, we were so busy with other things, it sort of got swept under the rug. So now 2024, we're finally getting back out there to move these trees. Some of them are a little big, they're gonna stay in place because they're too big to move. But we are going to be moving those trees throughout McGaw to kind of restore that oak woodland. We've done a fair number of invasive species removal in a couple of different areas in that park, and we're going to really try and get a little bit more canopy cover in there with these native oak trees. Again, this is volunteers coming to do it, and so we're going to be basically digging these trees out of the nursery, putting them on a tarp, moving them to the planting space, and replanting them and staking them, you know, throughout that kind of driveway area of McGaw. And so it should look really nice. I'm really hoping we have good weather. It looks like we will. So if folks want to come out, we're starting at 9 a.m., meet at the lacrosse field parking lot. I'm going to be there to welcome everyone, give a little bit of overview of the project, explain what we're doing. We'll have everything there. If you want to wear gloves, that's great. If you want to wear boots, that's great. If you want to bring a hand tool, you can. We will have shovels and rakes and trowels and all of those kinds of things. You know, expect to have a good time, but you'll probably get a little dirty. So, you know, just dress appropriately. And so we're running 2 sessions on Friday in McGaw, a 9 to noon, and then a 1 to 3. So if you can come for a little bit, fine. If you just want to move one tree, no problem. If you just want to watch or chat or
just
see
to
what's
see
going
the
on.
process. We're gonna try to be out there and capture some of this so you can kind of see what's going on there, and hope to see a lot of people out there.
Yeah, no, it'll be good because a big part of this is going to be because those trees were planted. They were planted in a nursery and then mulched a couple of times because we couldn't get back out there. So there's going to be, you know, mulch removal, you know, some root cutting, scooping the trees up and moving them. So it's going to be an interesting day. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to go well, but it's going to be, again, an experiment. We haven't done something like this before, and it just goes to show, like, best laid plans, right? Like, we thought we had 100 trees donated. We thought, perfect, we make this nursery. 2 years from now, we're going to move them. And who would have known?
Hey, sometimes plans change, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes pandemics hit. Who knew? You never know, right?
Exactly, exactly.
Well, that's okay. I mean, they're still growing. They're still there.
Yeah.
And so we'll move what we can and do it. 2 other events to
Yes.
talk about coming up. You have April 26th. There'll be a tree planting right here at City Hall.
Yes, with the mayor. I'm so excited. Yes. So we've got a group of kids coming, which will be great. And we're going to be planting a tree right here out in front. We're going to be raising the Arbor Day flag and planting a tree in honor of Arbor Day, doing a proclamation, and just having a snack and saying thank you to, I'm hoping, you know, we really, our public works staff really is very integral to our tree management. They really do an awesome job. I'm really hoping they're able to come and just receive some thanks as well. So it's kind of an Arbor Day, aren't trees awesome, and aren't our people who do trees awesome?
Yeah, I think as we had discussed in the early part of this interview, you know, there's so many great things that have happened, and it takes a village. I mean, it really takes a village, and that's what's made the difference here as far as our tree growth in so many different ways.
Yes, and I will say that part of the reason why we have so many volunteers is they're so supported by staff. You know, so we try to make it a good experience for everyone. We try to, you know, really outline projects that are going to be successful, that we can support, that they can really get behind and really move forward together. And it makes a huge difference because we have a great staff here that really does engage and works well with volunteers.
Certainly do. And then on the 27th, you head out to Rose Commons Park to do your final, if you hadn't had enough yet, your Arbor Day, finishing up Arbor Day work. Doesn't mean that your work ends, but at least for community involvement.
Exactly, and that's going to be another really great project. We do have a number of folks in that neighborhood, I think it's Highlands of Seminole, that are really wanting more tree canopy in their neighborhood and in that park. A lot of ash trees coming down. It's just how it goes. So anyway, So to replace that canopy, the neighborhood actually donated a fair bit of money, a substantial sum of money to the city to plant more trees in Rose Common Park, and then we're matching that with a grant. So we're going to be planting a substantial number of trees in that park, and also a lot of native shrubs. There is an interest in bluebird boxes and having native birds in that park, and the key to that is having a layered environment, shrubs and trees, and also having a lot of insects for those birds to eat. So we're hoping to kind of create a bird-friendly park over there, and this Arbor Day event is a big part of that. And again, you know, the donation from the Neighborhood Association was key, as is the grant money from the Million Trees.
Thank you so very much. Happy Arbor Day to you.
Thank
Let's
you.
celebrate, and then let's help you get some trees planted.
Sounds awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.